heavens.
Mama that we didn't know about.
Oh,
Do with every baby.
heavens, Graham.
Oh,
Oh, my goodness. I can't open
She's
my
trying to
eyes,
open 'em.
Graham.
My sister Hope had a near-death experience when she was born. When she arrived into the world, the umbilical cord was wrapped around her neck about 5 or 6 times and cut off her ability to breathe. My mother always described her to my younger self as looking purple like Barney. She'd talk about the mix of doctors and nurses coming from all over the labor and delivery floor to her room. They were rushing to see, both out of curiosity and assistance. "Get it off, she can't breathe." My mother always choked her way through this part. It was evident to me growing up that it was much scarier than I understood it to be. My parents would always end the story by saying, "We hoped and prayed she'd make it. I think that's the reason we named her Hope." I'd smile, thinking about my little sister, but it always made me wonder where my name came from. I used to hate my name growing up. People would always mispronounce it and call me Kala instead of Kayla.
Kala.
I'd ask my parents over and over why they chose to give me a misspelled name. Finally, one day in 4th grade, I got the courage to ask my mother where she got my name. "From a soap opera," she said. The good girl was named Kayla, and she was a doctor. This origin story did not ease my hatred. In fact, I remember feeling more annoyed. Not only did my name have no significant backstory, but it was from a soap opera that had bad actors, a terrible storyline, and had been on television since 1965. I remember replying sassily saying, "That doesn't explain why you misspelled it." At that moment, my mother asked me if I'd ever paid attention to everyone's names in our family. When I shook my head no, she grabbed a scratch piece of paper and a pen and began writing down some names. She started with my grandparents on both sides. Beth and Lynn. Paul and Emmy. Then she made it to our immediate family. Hugh and Tara, Kyle, Kayla, Hope, and Emma. "We all have 4 letters," she said, smiling. However, it's what my mother said next that has stayed with me ever since. "Don't ever think you aren't special. Your name follows a pattern and tells a story that only our family shares." So now, whenever I get a silly pronunciation or a question about why I have no why, I don't feel much anger or annoyance anymore. Instead, I'm reminded of the very family that I came from and named me Kayla. This reminder continually inspires me to honor where I come from while still pushing forward and paving my own way. A way that sometimes is spelled with no why.